Hello everyone, welcome. We are back with North and South. Hello everyone. As you can see, we're looking at the Union Army. We're getting set up in this fine but somewhat windy and blustery and rainy map. So it's essentially like being in England, really. So you can see these fine fellows from the 15th Wisconsin setting up as well. Some horses been left out there. Cannon trains getting ready with these fellows. The 69th New York with Ferras. There's Arctic from the 32nd. Look at this. Oh, fantastic stuff. Muscope. And Uruguay in there as well. Bit of drumming action. Oh dear. Oh, that looks like a spawn attack there. Oh god, that went out off the rails very quickly indeed. Oh dear, oh dear. Who's that? Who's that with the horn? Oh, it's the ham, of course. It's the ham. It had to be the ham with the horn. The ham horn. Anyway. So there we go, quick reset, and the teams are getting themselves ready and deploying. There's Hinkle also with his horn. The less they're out the better, really. He's obviously going to be rivaling Mr. Ham today for horn work on the battlefield. And there we go, no firing or advancing for 90 seconds. Over here, John von Walsum from the 3rd US. Up on the horse, Thomas Beale, 1st Lieutenant. And some other form. There's Matt, Quartermaster Sergeant from 20th Maine. And, yeah, as you can see, this is river crossing. Very shallow river. Probably prone to overflowing quite significantly. And obviously, we've had special yellow arrows shipped in from from Europe, especially for this event. To aid in... It's kind of like the Civil War version of GPS. So, huzzaring going on in the background. Who's this engineer? There's Matt doing a fine thing. And now the lines are starting to move out. And let's see if we can figure out what they're going to do. Now, if we look over to the other side of the river, it's more of a brook than it is a river. I mean, that's more of a paddling pool, really, at the end of the day. Oh, where's that going? Nowhere at all. No signposts on there at all. So, let's see if we can look around. As there's Ferras, here's Thomas Beale. Aha! The 54th Massachusetts. With their commanding officer, Obi. Dos Validos. How lovely. So here we go. These guys all moving up. Waiting there, of course, is the Master Battle Moose himself, Mr. Moose. And you can see the 11th New York, Takio in there. And these guys are all moving up. So. Cannons beginning. Who are these fine Oh! Corporal Templar over there, and Tsar Nicholas has been assassinated already. Checking through his binoculars, Ninu. And there's Pegon from the 1st New Jersey Brigade. And Engineer Private Paul also there as well. So, you can see they've started to claim some... Who's this doing some hammer work? It's Malux. Oh, Moga Wolf! Heavens above! And more coming in from Ninu as well. Goodness me. Fantastic shooting going in from the cannoneers. So, let's see if we can figure out where the main push is occurring. So you can see Lucky being taken down. Not so lucky, unfortunately, as he would like to think. And we're just trying to get an idea. And Ninu again! Decimating the 32nd Massachusetts with cannonballs. And here is the 20th Maine. You can see them taking cover behind the trees. And the cannons coming out. And there we go, another kill there from Alistair Kebab. Or Jer Hunter, I should say. Recruit T. Don't forget to add milk. And Robin Rubin. So these guys continuing to set up as Ninu is continuing to kill people. Now let's have a look around. And again, Mocha Wolf. Goodness me, there's going to be nobody left at this rate. Brutal goings on here as the 32nd Massachusetts is starting to fire over the river here. Fine line here from the 32nd. There's Captain Guru Dennis, looking as handsome as ever, as poor old Alistair Kebab gets taken down with sword attack coming in from the Union, I think it is. Oh, it's Barnabas C. Ham. Let's check to see which side the Ham is on. I think he may be... We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, the point is you can see now that members of the 69th and the 32nd have started to be butchered by the cavalry there. Oh, look at that! Don't these guys look fantastic? And there is Crow H coming in, and more cannonballs coming in, taking down poor old civilized bear. Up the front here is the 79th with Colonel Engel. And they're firing back, and you can see here the side effects of their work. See cannons left, horses dead, and more fire. So this is a test of the new rules. Let's see. Ouch. As John Edwards I should say, not Jen, that's his wife, coming in, and here is the 2nd Connecticut getting involved and moving up. And now you can see Private T. Dunker with the 72nd. Also moving up on their right flank is a section of the 22nd Massachusetts. And you can see them being fired at by members of the 20th Maine, so you can see them getting involved. And now they're start to get into a little bit of a slaughter fest, and the artillery is having an absolute field day. It really is. Just so many kills right now. I mean, look at that. 17 kills and 0 deaths for Ninu. Just absolutely nasty, nasty goings on. As now you can see the cavalry getting involved against the Confederate State Army. So the Union cavalry coming in. Now who's this fine man reloading? Dan the man. 2nd Lieutenant reloading his pistol as fast as he possibly can. Pulls out his sword and takes a slice across the back of the head from one of the enemy. As it automatically moves over to Private Corin, and he's working with Seagurk and the other members of the cannon troop to fire back at the enemy. There's fine cannon reports coming in. And here is... Oh no, we've lost the Ham. The Ham has been sliced, everyone. And here you can see more work coming in. There we go. Uguru Bai drumming up a storm. Fantastic stuff coming in from him. And now you can see these members of the 32nd Massachusetts, Fletcher Pig, and over on the far side, that could be Lance. It is, of course. Fine Colonel Lance. As unfortunately, they've just lost some more poor Uruguay. They've killed the drummer, which is just cruel. Drummers get no love in this game. It's so sad. But the defence of the windmill continues, as it's looking like they're putting sustained fire into this area. And here is the flag stand with the 54th. And there's Private Agzu. You can see them using this rock as cover to try and fire back against the enemy, but it may not work out too well for them. But we'll have to see how things go. I mean, obviously you've got these guys getting involved as well. 1st New Jersey, one of those gentlemen checking through his binocs, and the cannons continuing to work their magic, and you can see them firing quite close to each other. And let's just see, 17 versus 54. So the Union really have it all to do at the moment. They're not in a good situation. There's Private Nathan Jones. Doesn't it look wonderful, that sash? Although that does kind of give you a little bit of a sort of target to aim at. It does kind of lovely sash, but unfortunately it's got the word "shoot me" written on it. So unfortunately for the 54th Massachusetts, the enemy just shot their officer and then the second in command, which I suppose you could say is officer aiming, but you know. Let's see what's going on. Here, crossing the water, is Colonel Lance and the 32nd Massachusetts. So, let's find out what's going on. Now, who are these guys over here? Ouch! Down goes Carl, and fire coming in from these members of the 1st New Jersey Brigade, looking fine in their uniforms as we make our way through the smoke. Whoops, okay, he's less fine now, as Private Paul gets murdered by the Flex Pig. And Colonel Lance gets taken down by the bayoneted regular Creed. And Major Ninu looks to be leading, or trying to lead his line away. It may not be the case. But you can see that line doing a good job, as Captain Guru Dennis also being murdered. And you can see Captain America. And these guys, Nathan Jones from the 3rd US. Ouch! Continuing to try and fire back, but here comes the Confederate State Army. Ouch! Down goes Robert Anderson. He is no more. Defending is Arn Jutulanian. Doesn't have a bayonet fixed. Not that it did him much good. So, who's getting involved? It's Swift Wisp from 32nd. The Corporal, he does have his sabre out. He's trying to defend himself from the attack. But unfortunately, he was unable to. And we shall move on to the next round. Obviously, bear in mind, guys, this is testing of the new rules that they've been working on. And so, you know, kinks maybe in the system, need to work out a few things to make it as enjoyable as possible for everyone. So we shall return. And so we return after a round reset, and we are back into the server, and everything is now underway as all the guys getting set up. And Wrecker Fellow seems to have slayed himself. Okay. I have the Tiger, having trouble getting over the fence, can't get his leg over, which is, needless to say, probably a common problem these days. But John von Walsum from the US getting set up. Oh, a little bit of twitching going on in the line there. There's Major Dagon. Oh, and Hinkle in with his horn. So Hinkle is challenging the mightiness of the Ham. So the mightiness of the hornwork of the fine Barnabas C. Ham is being challenged by the developer, Mr. Hinkle. So we'll have to wait and see how things turn out, because obviously they're still working out the kinks in this, so we'll have to see. As there is Mr. Hinkle waiting. I do love the way that they put their hands, they stand there like that, with their hands on their hips, so to speak. And there we go. And Hinkle announcing everyone's movement. There we go. As the forces make their way out. There's Lieutenant Colonel Spears. You can see the fire coming in. You can see them turning around and trying to sort of get themselves into a relatively good position. Now, if we can figure out... Yeah, see, this is going to be part of the problem. I mean, you've got the American, or the Union cavalry, I should say, there, waiting across this wooden bridge. They're going to be waiting for probably what is going to be the Confederate State Cavalry. Hello. It could be these gentlemen here. As Joshua is dead, there's Pilofas. And now you can see the Union cavalry circling, waiting. And fire coming into the cavalry. So, is that the Ham? No, it's McSwissy. Oh, wow. So much horn work on the battlefield today. This is fantastic. And you can see here from the Wisconsin, the 15th Wisconsin, all set up. Don't they look wonderful? Supported over here by the 32nd Massachusetts. In a rather spread out organisation, but we'll have to see how that turns out. As more fire coming in. There's the Flexed Pig. And also at the back here, oh look at this, 32nd. And who's that drumming? It's Mascope. And who's holding the flag today? Malgrim. Oh, look at that fire! Goodness me! Massive amounts of fire coming in against the enemy. So let's see what's going on. As you can see here, the Confederate State Army, quite some distance over the brook. And you can see them attempting to return the fire. And they're doing a good job, I have to say, the 1st New Jersey Brigade, killing a few members of the 32nd Massachusetts. There's 2nd Lieutenant Crow-H, or Crow, I suppose. And now, we'll wait and see what happens. As you can see, these guys currently in the process of just trying to get as many damages on each other as they can. As Wiener Schnitzel is no more, and now moving up on the left-hand flank is the 3rd US. You see these guys getting involved, fine shots coming in from them as recruit Henry Jones manages to take someone out. And look, you can see casualties of this battle already occurring. So, let's see. Here is Sergeant Hananano. And drumming very silently. Stealthy drumming is occurring at the back there. You can see the firing continue. And they're not really pushing. They're just trying to do as much damage as they can. Now, I have to say, the 15th Wisconsin being very brave and standing up there. And they are literally in quite an exposed position. So if we move in on these guys... Ouch! Down goes another member. And look at this. The New Jersey Brigade has suffered extraordinary casualties here. It's poor old Crow-H has unfortunately lost quite a few of his members of his regiment. As you can see, standing around the corpses. Blood dripping in the grass. Correction, down goes Crow-H. And Corporal Daya is the only man left standing. Can he get a kill? Well, let's see. He's going to be not going to be short of cartridges, that's for damn sure. But you can see the bullets battering around him. McSwissy gets taken down out in the field there by a bit of bayonet work. Let's see what's going on. As there we go, you can see them defending themselves against the attack of the cavalry. Like this gentleman here, Hansel, down goes his horse. He's rammed onto the floor by the sudden crash of his horse to the ground. And now you can see these guys trying to defend themselves against this attack. There's Edward Ludlam also in there as well. So it looks like this cavalryman is pretty much history. His horse is no more. Yeah, there you go. Face down in the dirt. He is no more. And let's have a look at our numbers. 60 and 48. So the Union has the advantage over the Confederate. And it looks like now with Lieutenant Magnus Agerson leading, they are going to cross the river, or the brook, and start pushing back against the enemy. Now, the enemy taking quite substantial casualties as Hottle gets taken down. So let's see. This, you can see them just getting themselves organised so they move in the right rows based on the rules, the direction they want to go, and all that kind of stuff. So there we go. Here is other members with Colonel Lance and the 32nd Massachusetts moving out. You can see the flag being held by Sergeant Hanananor, and Major Dagan being taken down by Berkovic. So let's have a look around, see what we can find. Alex Communus looking towards the flag holder of Old Glory, hiding behind these fences. You can see them trying to defend this point. There's Music Duke from the 11th New York. Ouch! And his friend next to him, Takio, taking a bullet. So Duke decides to bend down slightly and then take a pot shot at the enemy. Stand, fire, and he's got to stand up in order to do that. So Duke doing a fine job there. Bit of musician work coming in from him. Captain Dominic, one of the few people left standing. And you can see over on the end here, Lieutenant Colonel Rommel. So plenty of fire coming in. There we go, Duke doing some music. Fantastic stuff. Always like to see more musicians on the battlefield. And now you can see over here on the left hand side, it looks like Confederate reinforcements have now come in. Ouch! Down goes one of the cannons. Musicians even. As now you can see the 72nd Pennsylvania trying to return the fire of the enemy. And now the 79th moving up to support them. Oh god, look at that brutal fire coming in from across the river. Absolutely withering fire into the Confederate State Army. This is just brutal goings on right now. And you can see them firing from reasonably distance. The Soviet killer gets taken down. And these guys doing a fantastic job. The 3rd US and also the 15th Wisconsin doing a great job of taking down some of the enemy there. So, let's see. Oh, yeah, well you ain't crouching anymore, Corporal Diaz, you just got shot. And Civilized Bear and Monotone go down nearby, and it looks like Cage and a few other members are starting to have a quick run back in the opposite direction. So, the flags of the Confederate state left at the fence. Defending those flags, the 32nd Massachusetts, including St. Nicholas and Madsen. So, let's see. That's Ichabod Crane from Michigan. Oh no! Down goes Engel. Johnson McMuffin, fine name, sir. We approve of the muffin-related names. And there's Floyd McMuffin. Oh no, no, we've lost more muffins! No! Muffin murder! Oh god, this is terrible! Oh no, mass murder of muffins. Oh, that's terrible. Oh dear. The muffins have been burnt, sadly, as Moose gets killed as well. And you can see more forces trying to defend themselves. So let's see what's going on as they're looking at, you get 4 members of the Confederate state remaining alive. Let's see where we can find them. So one is Lieutenant Colonel Rommel. Aha! Here is Rommel himself, the Desert Fox. Well, it's kind of the rainy fox at the moment. So we'll have to see what happens. And then you can do a sight. Oh my goodness, it's the whole army. Oh, nice stab, sir. And a nice catch. Oh god. Poor old Marissi was the last man left standing. And there we go, a win for the Union. And so, we shall change. And a quick map. And move on to the next round. We'll be right back. So, as part of these new rules, one of the things they're doing is that they've got 90 seconds to move into a deployable position. And then the battle will then commence. So the likes of the cavalry will be able to move quickly. And Monotone is complaining that they're missing Eurovision, which is probably not a bad thing. Who's this fine fellow in trousers? Recruit Battle Lord, look at those. Look at those trousers, aren't they fantastic? Complete with the Civil War package. Fantastic stuff indeed. Anyway. So. The guy's moving out. Ferras with the 69th. And let's see if we can find out what's going on. And there's Lieutenant Colonel Spears leading out 20th Maine. First Sergeant Buster Kilrain at the rear. We find Tweety Birds in the background. There's Sally Longshire from the 3rd US recruit. There's John von Wilson. Who's this with a flag? James Graham. And recruit Battle Lord. So a few AFKers in there. 15th Wisconsin's a Swift Wisp. So. And there we go. We are now live and ready to begin. There's Adjutant Colty in with his horn. And let's see. Look at these fellows, don't they look fantastic? John Unai. Ah, Mr. Duke. Fine fifing from Mr. Duke. Look at that, fantastic. Nice bit of circling there being done by Mr. Duke. And Captain Dominic leading everyone forward as Duke ends the music. So there we go, fine fire coming in there from the 1st New Jersey Brigade, taking down a huge amount of people. And you can see that there's a lot of fire coming in now on the enemy. And members of the 32nd Massachusetts are being seriously butchered by the fire that's coming in. 2nd Connecticut Creed moving up. Let's see if we can find out. Here is the 54th. There's Berkovic getting involved. There's Obi. The fine Obi. And Matthew Gresty. So you can see those guys firing back at the enemy. Now let's see if we can find out where the rest of them are. Here is the 69th, who have been doing fine firing back against the enemy. Long distance stuff. I mean, you know, you're looking at 200-300 meters. And that's a pretty good accuracy for these guys, I have to say. Just look at that fire coming in. Now, the benefit that these guys do not have, that their opponents do have, is the opponents are hiding behind the fences, which gives them just a little bit more cover. So, looking around here, the 3rd US, their flag standing up. Ow! Down goes... Oh no! Down goes Sally! Sally's no more! Poor Sally. Oh, more fire coming in onto these members. And there we go. The flag has now been picked up. Oh dear. Fire coming in from the 2nd Connecticut. They're doing a fantastic job of laying down that sustained fire into the enemy. Now, obviously, you've got these guys here. This will be the 2nd Connecticut and the 1st New Jersey Brigade, no doubt. So, there we go. The 22nd, or 27th, I should say. The Welshman. I think he's Welsh, but I'm not sure. And so, now you can see here the fire continuing around this fence. As there's Wolfus and the 32nd, there's Phoenix Ops and John Doe. And Mr. Flex Pig and Mango Matabo. And you can see, unfortunately, one of these guys has been taken down. So you can see that they're trying to put in as much sustained fire as they can, using the defences of these fences. Fence defence? Yes, fences defences. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. As let's have a look at the numbers. As Swissy gets murdered out there in the field. Now let's see, that could be due to a bayonet stab. Let's see what's going on. As you can see, there is Recruit T from Maine. Hip hip huzzah! Hip hip huzzah indeed. Look at those fine whiskers on Mr. Duke. Fine ginger whiskers. Doesn't he look lovely? Watch as he fires. There we go. Quick fire. And in goes the next cartridge. So fine goings on from Mr. Duke. And there's Creed also. So you can see here that they're continuing their fire. And now you can see Engel moving up as well. And we're just trying to follow around, get an idea of what's going on. Now here's First Lieutenant Lucky with a flag holder nearby. I wonder. Aha! The 20th Maine moving out. In numbers, there's Lieutenant Colonel Spears, always sporting a fine beard. And following up at the back there, there's Recruit Witcher. And one guy who's left reloading is Buster Kilrain. So, let's have a look at our numbers. 36 and 33, so it's all pretty even. And unfortunately, you can see here that we've lost one of the drummer boys, so to speak. Nathan Jones, David, and Gustav. And Thomas Beale at the back. Now, you can see that even though they do have defensives of this fence, it's not really saved a lot of them. Now, obviously, what they've got to watch is this left hand side because it could be susceptible to an ambush running around the side of the rock, and you've obviously got the likes of anybody who will be here in this area around here could sneak up. Onto these guys. And that's pretty much what they're looking at doing. As Dagon gets taken down, butchered, and sliced and diced is poor Mr. Dagon. So here you can see the 54th Massachusetts continuing to push and at least put some suppressive fire down onto the side of the enemy into this outflank position. So we should just have to see how that works out for them. They will have to stand and fight as Ripper Baby. John Doe. Dan the Man is dead. Dan the Man is no more. He's now Dan the Corpse. As these guys continue to fire back at the push coming in from the American Union forces up the end there. Well, they're all Americans. As Captain America gets killed. What a segue that was, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't get any better than that. So let's have a look. 22 and 14. Second Lieutenant Wolfers continuing to follow back and forth behind the line, making sure these guys are keeping up their firing routine. Jutelainen, Arnie. Let's see. Second Lieutenant Wolfers. Continuing. Oh, somebody just took a hit. That was nasty. There's Etchadai. He is going to be damaged somewhat as Mango Metabo is getting involved. Captain Jameson now has a rifle. And the 2nd Connecticut here, Colonel John Edwards, working together with other members of his regiment, now looking to try and do some kind of movement, as we've probably got the noisiest cow ever in the history of the universe behind us. Stop mooing, you stupid cow, as I turn you into a burger. Oh dear. Officer aiming. So, there we go, and ouch. Monotone. Oh, look at that. Fine zooming into Duke. Look at that. Fantastic. So here's Duke, and you can see him getting involved. Going in for a quick shot, unfortunately unsuccessful. So we'll follow the fine ginger whiskers of Mr. Duke. Oh no! Duke is dead! Killed by Bartus Willard from Wisconsin. Poor Duke. Didn't stand a chance. Marissi from 2nd Connecticut. You can see these guys now starting to move across. Whoopsie-daisy! That didn't go down well as Rommel just got killed. Swift Wisp goes down as the final members, I think here, 2 members of the Confederate State Army remain. Mango Metabo looking to try and deal some damage. Bartus Willard. Oh, look at that. Blocking everywhere, but not enough. Oh, this is going to be a bad day for this man. Yep, Metabo gets sliced. So, we shall wait and see. And go on to the next turn, or the next round, and the next thingy. You know what I mean. I'm out of practice. It's been 3 weeks. Leave me alone. And so we return. Now, let's see. Private Bam! Now they're moving out, getting ready to deploy. Cadet Chileron. Must be the commanding officer. Let's see. There's Arnie. I haven't seen Mr. Ham with his horn yet. The ham and the horn. Oh, there's Brigadier General Rockefeller. And Troll Duden. And Random Horse. Hello, Random Horse. Yes, thank you. Anyway. (32nd Massachusetts). Whoops-a-daisy. And we are live. There we go. The deployment has been completed as John von Walsum waits for the enemy. And so do we. Colonel Lance. Look at this, leading forward the 32nd. Don't they look fantastic? Look at them all. Oh, this could be brutal. We'll have to see how this goes for them. As the 32nd are now moving forward in a row. Getting himself set up on the line. Getting ready to fire. There we go. Oh, the war cries are given. Look at that. Fine shooting going on. Oh, bayonets being fixed. Probably not a good idea to stand still in the middle of a battlefield, but hey ho. Oh, down goes Lance. Oh, Lance is dead. Oh, look at this brute. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. That is just absolutely, utterly brutal. Oh my goodness. As you can see now, the melee is continuing. As poor old Lance did not successfully survive that charge across the fields. As the enemy forces from the Union waited until the critical moment. Oh, drumming. Critical drumming going on here. The Marscope. Oh, fine turn and kill, sir. Lovely stuff going on. Who's this over here? Huge wee. Huge wee. He needs a huge wee. Can't cross his legs any longer. Who's this over on the side here? Herr Alois. And Private Joshua, who ain't private no more. Who's this fellow? Correction, he was Private Johnny. Or PFC Johnny. So let's have a look at the difference with numbers. So, yeah, it's about equal right now. And you can see here the Confederate State Cavalry, ow, getting involved. As William Jones takes down Frank. Oh, sliced the top of his hat off. Oh, poor old Moosey got murdered. Or Moose, I should say, sorry. Not the Moose. And here, the 72nd Pennsylvania. Working together with the 79th New York. And covering this right-hand flank. You can see Bakavich. Look at all these fine fellows, and there is Colonel Obi, reloading. Another set of fine whiskers and moustache, and Stogie. There we go, they're all over, and he's taking a running jump. There we go. Quartermaster Sergeant Berkovic makes it over the fence. Look at that, fine fence work, ladies and gentlemen. Fine fence work. So let's see. Those damn cows, man. So, Obi looking over to the left. And Uruguay continuing with his teammates to try and defend this particular area. But you can see some of them starting to move up now. What we're going to try and do is move up to sort of get a little bit of a bird's eye view if we can. Get an idea of what's going on the map. Because it's quite a small map, really. You can see there, Union forces hiding behind that homestead. You've got more Union forces behind these rocks. And so essentially what you've got is you've got a pincer movement on the Confederate State forces. They have 41. Sorry, they've got 30. So the advantage is for the Union. You've got Union pushing up on the left flank. And now you've obviously got Union pushing up on the right flank. Nearer the house. Well, I would say the centre. But you've now got another set of Union forces moving up on the right-hand side of that house, which means they'll start pushing the left flank. The right, oh Jesus Christ, I can't even get my lefts and my rights correct. Sorry, everyone. It's been a long day, long, tough day. Anyway, so let's just see, as you can see here now, these guys getting involved, raining the fire down onto the enemy Confederate State forces, and the other gentleman moving in to support the people behind the White Homestead. So now you can see, as a result of that, the Confederate State Army has had to break, as that has been pretty much decimating for them. And now they have to run away under fire. And this is going to be a problem for them because they are essentially pincered in. And this is going to be a problem for them. As Mungo Matabo, unfortunately, gets taken down by the Welshman, who's Welsh, by the way, in case you weren't aware. Not sure which part of Wales he's from, this Welshman, but don't be mistaken, he is most definitely Welsh. So, Sergeant John Doe taken down. Captain America has shot himself in the testicles and left the server. And now, over here, what looks like another Union force moving up. Onto these guys. Uruguay still trying to drum his way out of trouble. But it's not looking positive for them at the moment. What's a crow doing up this high? It's supposed to be down by the goddamn trees. And I'm hearing cows. Now, unless cows can fly, which is a different game entirely, I guess. I don't know why they're up this high. Anyway, you can now see the Union forces moving in on the 2 remaining members of the Confederate State Army that remain. And there we go. Uruguay is down. And we move on. And Rommel kills teammate Obi just at the last moment. Fantastic. We'll be right back for the next round. And a new map. And so, after a map change, they now have 60 seconds to get into their deploy positions. And then it will be live, ladies and gentlemen. So, these guys getting into their deploy positions. Woof, woof, woof. Most persistent dog ever. And the sound of a blacksmith somewhere. Not sure what that flag is. Looks like they could only afford, like, a small amount of material for their flag. They had a lot of white, but they didn't get a lot of red, so they had to improvise. Never mind. We'll wait and see what happens. Look at that fine flag. Emerald Guards from Virginia. John Doe. And there we go. Oh, look at that. Uruguay. Hannanor. And who else is in there? Marscope. Fantastic. Always good to see the music. So, let's see if we can get an idea as to what's going on. There's Wolfus. Now, moving out here by, I would say, is this the town hall? Is this the church? I don't know. Could be the church. Looks somewhat church-like with its high yeah, we'll say it's a church. So, let's see, as now we have over here, on one side, the 1st New Jersey Brigade getting set up. Now, the problem is over here, by what looks like a hearth, or doing pottery and things of that nature. Got these guys hiding behind almost exactly the same building. Mr. Swiftwisp in his Smurf hat. Or his fez, depending on your point of view. Oh no, we've lost Duke. The witch has killed the musician already. Poor Duke. And now, oh heavens above, look at this. Mass murder occurring here by the 1st New Jersey Brigade, moving out with the flag holder. Oh. Oh dear. Oh goodness me, this is going to be unfortunate. As Flex Pig gets taken down, there's a charge going through the centre of the town. Oh, brutality occurring here, ladies and gentlemen. Utterly brutal stuff going on. And the Union cavalry getting involved as well. Who's this poor sod? Just got sliced across the bottom. Broom 2. The sequel to Broom 1. Oh, fine blocks, sir. And a barrel, goodness. Bit of butt action going on for Broom. And down goes the broom. He is no more. Oh, look at that. He stole his horse. Oh, he may have passed on his horse. We'll have to wait and see. So now you can see. Random horse crashing. Oh dear, Moses is down. As you can see here, brutal goings on. Nasty, nasty occurrences. As looks like these guys are cornered. Now, ouch! As Pillow Fast gets taken down. Obi also gets murdered by Albert Lewis from Michigan. And this is turning into an absolute rout here in the centre. As the 7th New Jersey moving up and getting involved and making it a lot worse for these members of the Confederate State Army. Robin is no more. Oh dear. Bit of a drive-by going on there from a member of the Confederate State Cavalry. Standing Ray Allen. Ah, but here are the reinforcements, ladies and gentlemen. Guru Dennis. Moving up, and this is where the fire is going in. Look at this, they're trying to fire. They're trying to fire back. As best they can, put up as big a defence as they possibly can. But this is a really, really nasty situation for them. As they are being... Oh my goodness, look at that fire coming in on the 32nd. Absolutely nasty fire coming in. Very well aimed. And Colonel Lance reloading his pistol as fast as he possibly can. Nope. He's not going to do it. He has to get out his sabre. And going in for a little bit of sabry, stabby goodness. Oh, watch out. Another block there by... Oh, fine slice by Lance into Corporal Daya. And a slice across the back as well for Solarfish. And you can see Colonel Lance doing his best. And it looks like he might be going after the flag holder. Who is that flag holder? British mercenary from the 79th New York. He's now turning, holding the flag high. As the tables are then turned on the Confederate state. As Paradox trying to defend himself. And lots of stabbing occurring in the centre there. And you can see Paradox now getting involved. Another stab into multiple people. And down goes... Oh, Paradox nearly stabbing one of his own. Whoopsie-daisy. Who is this last man? It's Hottle. Oh, it ain't Hottle anymore. As McMuffin gets murdered, or murders Dominic. So, one member of the Confederate state remains. No, I know what you're thinking. This is not him. It is the fine Mr. Wiener Schnitzel. And there he is, running. Is he going to get baked? What's going to happen to the Schnitzel? He's going to get sliced and diced, followed by a nice team kill. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That has been it for this evening for North and South. Has been something slightly different this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Obviously, feel free to leave your comments underneath. And we shall see you next time. Cheerio, guys.